This is your permission to start selling on every single piece of content that you post on LinkedIn, and not in a way that's like, join my program. But LinkedIn is one of those platforms that does allow you to have the link placed directly on your content, comparatively to like platforms like Instagram, where someone can't click on the link if you put a link in your description of your content. LinkedIn, YouTube is really great at this, right? And so we want to take advantage of what they give us. We want to make sure that every single place where we are promoting our offer, our product, or our service can be met and found with more link clicks, right? We want to drive as much traffic to our website as possible, and the best way that you can do that is by just placing your link in the places where you're actually promoting your business, because that kind of logically makes sense. We want more clicks, we want more eyeballs on our content, we want more people who care about what it is that we do to easily find our services, our products, and our offers, and to easily be able to pay us without searching through our LinkedIn profile to actually decide where the link is, right? Okay, so with that being said, you need to start posting your link in every single place. And I want to tell you, a lot of people have fear around selling. A lot of people have fear around showing up and being confidently bold in what it is that they offer. But I think that there's a problem with that. If you have a fear around selling your offer, then that means that you don't value what you're actually selling, or hear me out on this one, you don't know why you're selling. You don't know why you're in business, right? And so we got to rewrite that narrative and come back into this as saying, hold on, I do know why I'm selling. I do know that the reason I'm selling is for X, Y, and Z. I do love my product, my offer, or my service, whatever that is. And I do want to make more money, right? Because that is what's going to drive you to removing the fear, because all fear is doing is stopping you from succeeding. We don't need fear to limit us. We don't need fear to be a part of anything that we're doing. We need to show up in boldness. And I think as a Christian, right, I'm a Christian sales coach. If you don't know who I am, hi. As a Christian, I don't believe that God even gives us fear in the first place. 2 Timothy 1:7. For God doesn't give me the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. So why are we holding on to fear? Why aren't we just letting go and being bold and showing up with the confidence that exudes from within us, because we have the Holy Spirit in us, and when God is with us, we cannot fail. Right? And so if we know these things to be biblically accurate, why can't they also be accurate for your everyday life? Okay, exactly. They should be. So we're gonna walk past fear. I have a lot of tips and tricks on activities on walking away from fear. But here's the truth of the matter today, is that you need to get confident with selling online. And sometimes that means taking those baby steps, even if you don't yet fully believe that you're worthy of success. Sometimes that means just showing up and doing it anyway, even though you're afraid and even though you don't know how it's gonna end, because the more that you sow the seeds in the ground is the more that it's going to turn into a tree, right? And that tree should therefore produce fruit. And if your tree ain't producing fruit, then there is a problem. But the more we can show up and sell is the more that we are planting seeds for peace and prosperity amongst our business. Zechariah chapter 8, verse 12, right? So with that being said, I want you to sell. I want you to put your link every single place that you can, and I'm going to give you some examples on how you can do this. But before we get into this, I want you to do me two favors. I want you to like this video for me, and I want you to subscribe to the channel before I show you how we place our link on LinkedIn to make sure that you are succeeding and growing, okay? Also, if you're like, I still don't even know who this girl is and she's been talking to me for a couple minutes now, hi, my name is Pushy, and I am actually a Christian sales coach, like I said earlier. I help Christian entrepreneurs scale their businesses to $20,000 months using my formulated system, PMVMS, which just stands for prayer, mindset, visibility, marketing, and sales. And I teach this inside of my signature program called Consecration Academy. By the way, speaking of Consecration Academy, I have a quick little spotlight on it for you. So go and check it out, and we'll be back. Before we jump into today's video, I need to talk to the woman who feels like she is doing everything right in her business, but yet it kind of feels like God has gone silent. You keep creating the content, you're posting, you're praying, you're showing up, you're serving your audience, you're supporting everyone else. And internally, you are starting to wonder, when is it going to be my turn? When is God going to show up for me? When are the clients going to start rolling in? That is probably some of the questions that you have. You are tired of sowing seed after seed after seed and not seeing the harvest, not seeing the blossom, the fruits of your labor. You're tired of putting on a brave face for all your family members and friends about your business and pretending like everything is going well in your business. Pretending like, oh yeah, I'm hitting those high income months, or pretending like everything's fine even though you are barely seeing the income that you want to make. You love Jesus. You love the Lord with all of your heart, your might, and your soul. But honestly, you're feeling discouraged, disappointed, and you're starting to doubt your own capability. If that woman is you, I want you to know something. I created Consecration Academy just for you. Just for the woman who's wondering, when is it going to be her turn? When is it going to be your turn? That's who Consecration Academy is for. Consecration Academy is not a fluffy, feel-good program. This is a high-level, spirit-led program for the woman who's done pretending that everything is okay and is ready to actually step into the abundance that God has for her, the abundance that God has for her business. Inside of Consecration Academy, you are going to get access to 2 one-on-one calls every single month. These are 60-minute in-depth strategy sessions where me and you are going to really go through your entire business. It's where the Holy Spirit gets to meet us in that place, and the 3 of us get to figure out how are we going to grow and scale and see success in your business. On top of your 2 monthly calls with me, you also are going to receive access to our community chat so you can cheer on other students in Consecration Academy and also be poured into. It's not enough to pour into everybody else, but you never get poured into. Now is the time for you to also be able to receive other people cheering you on and showing you that your business matters too. Inside of Consecration Academy, you're going to get every week, Monday, we do prayer calls. And so you'll be able to pray with other women who are on fire for Jesus, other women who are ready to see an impact in their business. And every Wednesday, you're going to get one of the following calls. We're either going to be doing a group coaching call on your visibility, on your marketing, on your sales, right? On your mindset, so you can show up in the best possible way. You get hands-on support in a group setting on Wednesdays, which is so incredibly awesome in case we didn't cover everything in our one-on-one sessions. On top of that, you get unlimited voice note access to me daily, so we can work on things outside of our group coaching calls and outside of our one-on-one calls. It's time for you to receive true support. You get access to a course inside of Consecration Academy, which takes you through all of the steps of prayer, mindset, visibility, marketing, and sales, which is the core foundational pillar of Consecration Academy. And last but not least, inside of Consecration Academy, you are going to get access to your own private tailored course, which is just for you and your business. This is where you're going to access your previously recorded one-on-one calls and every single piece of strategy that me and you have talked through either in DMs or on one-on-ones for you to continue to grow. So you have all of your notes, so you can just come to the call talking rather than taking notes and speaking with me. I want to make sure that you feel supported and loved on during our time together, because we are going to grow your business with the Holy Spirit to $20,000 months. The investment for Consecration Academy is $2,000 a month with extended payment plans as low as $250 a month. Because I never want money to be the reason that you delay what God is calling you to do. If you're ready to step into $20,000 months with the strategy, support, and Holy Spirit that you have been praying for, then I want you to go ahead and apply for Consecration Academy by clicking the link in the description below. You don't have to keep doing this alone. Now, let's dive into today's video. Now that we're back, best friend, it is time for us to talk all about how you're actually going to put the link in your content. So if you watch any of my previous videos, you know that one of the things that I believe is creating content that stops the scroll, creating content that isn't mundane or generic or that feeds into what everybody else is doing, okay? LinkedIn is a platform that is very text heavy based. So you go on LinkedIn and you're reading, oh, this person got this award, great, or this person, blah, blah. It's all very text heavy. So I believe you should create shorts for LinkedIn. I believe that you need to learn how to stand out and be that scroll stopping B-roll video queen or king that posts on LinkedIn, because that is different than what everybody else is posting. And when you're different than what everybody else is posting, you're going to stand out and people are going to give you their money, okay? Because you stand out and you're different and they're going to be able to easily remember you. So here's how I want you to do this. After the body of the description of the content that you're posting, I then want you to say, if you are interested, here is a link for a discovery call with me, blank. Put your link, just put it right there. Or if this resonated with you and you want to learn more, here's a link where you can learn more, blank, put it there. Be direct with your call to actions on LinkedIn. It's not like other platforms like Instagram or whatever that says like, comment this word, and then you can comment the word and blah, 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 right? A lot of people doing that use ManyChat. I do it, but I use organic. It's me. So I would say like, if this resonated with you, comment this word, blank. Don't do that on LinkedIn. Only do that on platforms like Instagram. Even TikTok is really great for that. But when it comes to LinkedIn, you want to leave a direct link. The reason why we use like comment one word on LinkedIn or TikTok or other platforms is because there's nowhere for you to click on the link, okay? Facebook is the only other place outside of LinkedIn that will allow you to put the link directly on your content. But if we are going to be strategic, then we need to be direct when it comes to LinkedIn. We're not going to say things like, if this resonated with you, click here. We're not saying that. We need to say, click here for blank. Click here to schedule a discovery call. Click here to read more about it. Click here to grab more information. Or something along the lines of, if this resonated with you, or if you're ready, like for example, for me, if I'm promoting Consecration Academy, I might say something along the lines of, if you are ready to scale to 20K months and you are done with fluff teaching, then here is the link to apply for Consecration Academy. Because Consecration Academy is an application-based program, which means you have to apply and be accepted or denied into the program. Okay, you can't just join Consecration Academy. You can't just pay to sign up to work with me. You do have to apply. It is an application-based program. And so I'm very strategic with mentioning that to my audience, and so should you. It's incredibly important that we are upfront with where it is that we're taking this person into. Are you taking them to sign up for a discovery call? Where are you taking them? What is the purpose? What are they going to be doing on the site? And that is what we need to share with the person who we are selling to. And how do we do that? By being super crystal clear. Okay. And I want you to do this every single time you are posting content on LinkedIn. You're posting your content. At the bottom, you need to be posting your link and what they're going to do there. We are not going to just post content and leave it up to whomever, the algorithm, to decide. We are going to make it so easy. So if I came to your LinkedIn right now and I was like, oh, you know what? I'm thinking about buying. It should be so easy for me to immediately find your link. I don't need to go to your bio or to your page in order for me to figure out where the link is, okay? Because now you're taking up too much of my time, and now I'm no longer interested in working with you. I would have to be like on fire for working with you in order for me to want to go and comb through your things to find your links, okay? If your link isn't directly where you have last posted, then there is a disconnect, and we got to take care of that. That makes sense? I hope that resonates with you. I really pray that you start showing up more on LinkedIn. A lot of people think of it as like the boring platform, but there's fun people on there. There are people on there who are like happy and excited and ready to do business. They have lots of money, or they don't, but they're ready to scale. They're ready to grow. They're ready to see growth happen, and they want to just connect with the right people, okay? That is the platform for LinkedIn. It's not just for you to find a 9-to-5 or connect with recruiters. It is an amazing platform for business-to-business sales and transactions if you use it strategically. You can do this. You got this. And honey, I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.